Welcome to our channel. From rare minting errors to flawless condition, some state quarters are worth a small fortune. Stay tuned to discover which ones could be your next big find, and turn your coin collection into a treasure trove. The 2016 USA State Quarter honoring Harper's Ferry might seem like just another coin you find in your change, but behind this modest piece of metal lies a story filled with history, symbolism, and surprising value. It's more than a coin, it's a miniature monument to one of the most significant sites in American history, a tribute minted in metal, and for a few rare examples, it has become a true treasure worth thousands of dollars. The Harper's Ferry Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched by the United States Mint in 2010. This ambitious program aimed to celebrate the natural beauty, historical richness, and cultural landmarks across all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. Each year, 5 new designs were released, and in 2016, one of those was dedicated to Harper's Ferry National Historical Park in West Virginia, nestled at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers. Harper's Ferry is far more than a scenic landmark. It's a site etched into the heart of the nation's past, a place of rebellion, war, and transformation. The town's name is closely tied to abolitionist John Brown, who in 1859 led a raid on the federal armory there in an attempt to spark a slave revolt. Though the raid failed, it ignited the spark of national tension that helped lead to the Civil War. Harper's Ferry was later fought over repeatedly during the war, switching hands numerous times due to its strategic importance. The coin's reverse design captures a moment of that legacy. Engraved with exquisite detail, it shows the image of John Brown's fort, the structure used as a firehouse and later a symbolic centerpiece of the abolitionist cause. The building is shown in a quiet, dignified pose, a reminder of the intensity and meaning it once held. Above it is the inscription, Harper's Ferry, and below it, the words, West Virginia, along with the year 2016 and the motto, E Pluribus Unum. The design, created by Thomas Hipschen and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill, was carefully crafted to evoke the layered history of the location, offering both beauty and significance. The obverse of the coin remains consistent with the rest of the America the Beautiful Quarters, featuring the familiar portrait of George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan for the 1932 quarter and modified slightly over the years. His confident, dignified expression looks left, framed by the words, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the denomination, $quarter. In terms of production, the Harper's Ferry Quarters were minted at 3 primary facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck coins for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced special collector versions in both clad and silver-proof formats. Tens of millions were made across all mints, but, as is often the case in numismatics, it's not about how many were created, but about how few remain in exceptional condition or with unexpected characteristics. Some of the Harper's Ferry Quarters have become extremely desirable not just because of their striking design and historical subject, but due to rare minting errors and flawless preservation. Error coins are often the result of misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center strikes, or die breaks, tiny anomalies that result in coins with unique appearances. These flaws, which are considered defects in a technical sense, actually increase the coin's appeal and value dramatically among collectors because of their rarity and uniqueness. Then there's the matter of condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and a Harper's Ferry Quarter that achieves a mint state, MS, grade of 68 or higher is a true gem. Few coins from modern circulation reach such a pristine state, especially given how easily quarters get scuffed and worn from handling. These high-grade examples, preserved from the moment of minting and protected from damage, can command enormous interest when they appear at auction. Another fascinating detail is the appeal of proof versions, especially the silver-proof quarters minted in San Francisco. These coins were struck with extra care on highly polished planchets using specially treated dies, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. Collectors cherish these versions not only for their beauty but also because they are made in limited quantities and often come in protective packaging, further preserving their condition. Over time, as coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, demand has surged for modern rarities, especially those that are part of historical commemorative series. The Harper's Ferry Quarter fits this perfectly. It represents not just a state, but a moment of deep national significance. It has visual beauty, layered symbolism, and modern collectible appeal, making it a top target for serious numismatists and new collectors alike. As attention grows around this coin, some specimens have reached incredible prices in the collector's market. One example, with nearly flawless detail and exceptional luster, stood out from the rest. Certified at a top mint state grade and showing no visible flaws under magnification, this quarter caused a wave of excitement when it appeared at auction. Collectors immediately recognized its rarity, and a competitive bidding war broke out. Bidders weren't just trying to buy a coin, they were trying to own a piece of American history captured in metal. And when the final hammer dropped, the winning bid was nothing short of astonishing. That single Harper's Ferry quarter sold for an unbelievable $28,000. It's hard to believe that a coin so many people overlook, a simple quarter worth just 25 cents in circulation, could hold such incredible value. But that's the allure of coin collecting. It's about discovery. It's about the beauty of the design, the story behind the image, the precision of the minting process, and the thrill of finding something rare in the most unexpected places. So the next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a moment. Look closely at the design. Check the date. Examine the condition. Because you never know when you might be holding one of the most valuable pieces in your collection. And with coins like the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter, one thing is clear: history, art, and hidden value often come in the smallest, most unassuming packages. The 2008 Arizona State Quarter is a unique piece in the series of U.S. state quarters, which is part of the larger America the Beautiful program that has captivated coin collectors since its inception. While most people regard quarters as just another form of currency, the 2008 Arizona Quarter stands out as one of the most revered and valuable coins, with a deep connection to the historical and cultural identity of the state it represents. Arizona's quarter isn't just a piece of metal, it's a miniature story of nature, history, and even a symbol of American heritage that speaks to the power of art and design within numismatics. Released in 2008, the Arizona Quarter marked the 48th coin in the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The United States Mint had produced a series of 50 unique state-themed quarters, one for each state, over a span of 10 years. The Arizona Quarter, issued on April 3, 2008, was the final quarter released in the program's last year, and as a result, it is highly regarded as one of the most important coins in the entire series. Arizona was admitted into the Union on February 14, 1912, which was also inscribed on the coin, further adding to its significance. This particular quarter honors the breathtaking and world-famous Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The design features the immense beauty of the Grand Canyon, with its towering cliffs and sweeping vistas that stretch as far as the eye can see. Yet, despite being synonymous with Arizona, the design doesn't focus solely on the canyon itself but also includes the iconic saguaro cactus, one of the most recognizable symbols of the American Southwest. The saguaro cactus, which is native to the Sonoran Desert of Arizona, is meticulously portrayed in the foreground of the coin, contrasting against the dramatic backdrop of the canyon. The design brilliantly captures Arizona's natural beauty, combining the ancient grandeur of the Grand Canyon with the resilient cactus, making it a symbol of both endurance and breathtaking landscape. The coin's reverse side, created by artist Joel Iskowitz and sculpted by Joseph Mena, features these elements beautifully. The words Grand Canyon State appear at the bottom, emphasizing Arizona's nickname, while the surrounding inscriptions read Arizona, 1912, marking the year of statehood, and 2008, the year of issue. Above these, the inscription E Pluribus Unum further reminds us of the coin's national significance, echoing the unity that the country is built upon. The reverse side is as powerful in its symbolism as it is in artistic execution, with the details of the coin's design deeply imbued with meaning. On the obverse, the standard design for the series remains unchanged. This side features the classic portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan. Washington, as the first President of the United States, remains an enduring symbol of the nation's founding. The words, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter are prominently displayed, following the same layout seen on all U.S. quarters since the 1930s. With over 1.2 billion of these quarters produced across the Philadelphia and Denver mints for general circulation, you might assume that the Arizona State Quarter would be just another typical coin found in pocket change. However, as with all numismatic collections, the value of a coin isn't always defined by how many were made but by how few remain in pristine condition. how unique the coin is, and the appeal it holds for collectors. One of the most compelling aspects of coin collecting is the concept of rarity, and the Arizona quarter is no exception. While millions of Arizona quarters were produced, many of these coins passed through circulation and have been subject to wear and tear. The vast majority of these quarters have been used in daily transactions and are not particularly valuable. However, there are some exceptional specimens that stand out due to their outstanding quality, rarity, or mint errors. Coins that are flawless, or nearly flawless, can fetch a premium at auction, especially if they've been preserved in pristine condition since their minting. For example, proof versions of the Arizona quarter were struck in limited numbers and were sold directly to collectors. These proof coins are made with a special process that ensures a mirror-like finish and exceptionally sharp details. They were produced at the San Francisco Mint, and collectors sought them out because of their quality. The silver-proof Arizona quarter, in particular, appeals to those who appreciate not only the coin's historical significance but also its superior design and finish. These proof coins are highly sought after by collectors who value quality over quantity, and their demand has steadily increased over the years. Another aspect that contributes to the value of the 2008 Arizona quarter is the presence of minting errors. These errors, whether caused by a misaligned die, double strike, or off-center strike, make certain coins extremely valuable. Error coins are often seen as one-of-a-kind pieces, with their imperfection being what makes them particularly appealing to collectors. Some Arizona quarters have been found with these errors, and these coins are worth significantly more than the regular, error-free versions. One notable example of a rare Arizona quarter is a coin that was struck with a misaligned die, which caused the design to appear off-center. This error caused the coin's features to be slightly skewed, giving it a distinctive look that made it highly valuable. These types of misprints are rare, and only a few coins with this type of error exist, making them highly desirable to collectors who specialize in minting anomalies. As a result, these error coins can fetch a price far higher than a standard, unblemished quarter. So, what makes the 2008 Arizona quarter truly valuable? While many collectors focus on the condition and design of the coin, some Arizona quarters have achieved astonishing prices at auctions, and not just due to their artistry or historical significance. In recent years, high-quality examples of this coin, especially those in mint state grades of MS 67 or higher, have caught the attention of serious collectors. One specific coin, for instance, garnered widespread attention when it was auctioned for an astounding price due to its flawless condition, rare error, and desirability within the market. A 2008 Arizona state quarter in perfect condition, coupled with a rare minting flaw, saw its price skyrocket at auction, eventually selling for a jaw-dropping $37,000. It's a stunning reminder of how seemingly ordinary coins, those that you could find in your change jar or come across in a pocket, can carry extraordinary value when they exhibit exceptional qualities. So, how can you find a coin like this in your own collection? The key lies in understanding what makes coins like the Arizona state quarter valuable. While many of these coins are not worth more than face value, some special editions, proof coins, and error coins can be worth far more, and it's all about knowing what to look for. High-quality, well-preserved coins in top condition are always worth keeping an eye on, and the rarity of error coins, like the one seen in the 2008 Arizona quarter, make them stand out from the crowd. In conclusion, the 2008 Arizona state quarter is much more than just a commemorative coin. It's a reflection of the grand beauty of the Grand Canyon, a symbol of the desert state of Arizona, and a coin with significant historical value. For collectors, it represents the intersection of art, history, and rare opportunity. And while many of these coins may pass through circulation quietly, there are always those select few, flawless, unique, and with stories of their own, that can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Up next, the 2006 USA State Quarter from Nevada. This coin might look like just another piece of currency at first glance, but trust us, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, the Nevada Quarter is packed with historical significance, artistic design, and, yes, real value, especially for collectors who know what to look for. In this video, we're diving deep into the unique features of the 2006 Nevada Quarter, its minting details, and why it's become a sought-after treasure in the world of coin collecting. The 50 State Quarters program was a monumental initiative by the U.S. Mint that spanned from 1999 to 2008. Each year, 5 states were represented on a unique quarter design, and by 2006, the program was nearing its end. The Nevada Quarter, issued on March 15, 2006, was the 36th design in this historic collection. With the state's rich heritage, unique landscapes, and cultural significance, Nevada was due for a quarter that would stand out among its peers, and this coin delivered. Nevada, often referred to as the Silver State due to its long history of silver mining, was one of the fastest-growing states in the U.S. during the 20th century. It is also famous for the allure of its desert landscapes, the iconic Las Vegas Strip, and its world-class entertainment. The 2006 Nevada Quarter captures these themes perfectly, showcasing the state's spirit and its dramatic connection to the Wild West. The reverse side of the coin features a Mustang, which is not only the state animal of Nevada but also a symbol of freedom, adventure, and the untamed American West. The Mustang gallops across the Nevada desert, capturing the essence of the state's vast open spaces. With its powerful stance and fluid motion, the Mustang represents the enduring vitality and independence that defines Nevada. The word Nevada is boldly inscribed across the top of the design, while the Silver State appears beneath the Mustang to remind us of the state's historical ties to silver mining. The coin's inscriptions also include the year 1854, marking Nevada's entry into the Union. It's a reminder of Nevada's rapid growth following the discovery of silver in the Comstock lode, a turning point in the state's history. Above the Mustang, the motto, E Pluribus Unum, reminds us of the unity of the United States, and beneath it, the year, 2006, commemorates the year the quarter was struck. This design is not only a tribute to the state's past but also a nod to the rugged spirit that still defines Nevada today. On the obverse of the coin, we find the familiar portrait of George Washington, which has been featured on U.S. quarters since 1932. The inscriptions surrounding his image include, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter, making the coin instantly recognizable and part of the enduring legacy of U.S. currency. Now, let's talk about the production details. The 2006 Nevada Quarter was minted in large quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with over 600 million coins produced for circulation. That means, in theory, these coins are still pretty common, but don't let that fool you. Despite the large mintage, certain versions of the coin can be worth a lot more than face value. The key to their value lies in a few important factors: rarity, condition, and unique features like mint errors. Condition is perhaps the most important factor that can elevate the value of a coin. Most of the Nevada quarters you'll find in circulation are heavily worn and show signs of age. However, coins that remain in pristine or near-perfect condition are highly prized by collectors. The coins that are graded at MS65 and higher, mint state, are considered valuable, as they show little to no wear, maintaining the sharp details and luster of a freshly minted coin. But what about mint errors? Mint errors can significantly increase a coin's value, especially if the error is unique or rare. For example, coins that were struck off-center or featured double die errors can be worth far more than standard, error-free coins. There's always a possibility that a coin like the 2006 Nevada Quarter could have an imperfection that makes it even more valuable, but these error coins are relatively rare, making them highly sought after when they do appear in the market. The Nevada Quarter, with its beautiful design and connection to the American West, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. As the state quarters program came to an end in 2008, interest in these coins only grew. Nevada's quarter, in particular, has seen a significant increase in value over the years, especially for coins that remain in uncirculated condition or are part of special sets. While these quarters were initially struck as part of a mass minting effort, their rarity and appeal have made them stand out in the world of numismatics. For example, pristine Nevada quarters that are graded at MS68 or higher can fetch impressive prices on the open market, often appealing to both novice and experienced collectors. But what's even more exciting for coin enthusiasts is that certain rare versions of the 2006 Nevada Quarter have been sold for staggering sums. At the top of the range, a high-grade Nevada Quarter can command a remarkable $42,000 in a competitive auction, making it one of the most valuable coins in the 50-state quarters program. So, how does one of these quarters go from a humble 25-cent piece to a $42,000 treasure? It all boils down to condition, rarity, and a keen understanding of the coin market. As with any collectible, the key to finding the most valuable examples is knowing what to look for, whether it's a mint error, a pristine uncirculated coin, or a coin that is part of a complete set. And, of course, the ultimate value depends on the buyer and the demand for that particular piece. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just starting your journey, the 2006 Nevada State Quarter is a perfect example of how a relatively modern coin can hold incredible value. This quarter is not only a tribute to Nevada's rich history but also a reminder of how rare and valuable coins can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. So, if you're ever looking through your spare change or considering adding a new piece to your collection, keep an eye out for the 2006 Nevada Quarter. It could be the one that ends up being worth far more than you ever imagined. Up next, the 2004 one of the most valuable state quarters, the Michigan State Quarter, holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, this particular coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a window into Michigan's rich history, culture, and its deep connection to the United States' economic and natural development. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating story behind the 2004 Michigan Quarter, exploring its historical context, the symbolism behind its design, and why it's become one of the most coveted and valuable state quarters in circulation today. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the 2004 Michigan Quarter is worth much more than its face value, with some examples fetching astounding prices. The 50 State Quarters program was a remarkable initiative by the U.S. Mint that ran from 1999 to 2008, with each state receiving its own unique design on the back of the quarter. These quarters became a nationwide sensation, drawing attention from both casual coin collectors and numismatists alike. The program was created to celebrate the diverse heritage, history, and culture of each state, offering collectors a tangible way to explore the different stories that make the United States unique. Each year, 5 states were introduced, and in 2004, Michigan's quarter was the 24th to be released. On July 26, 2004, the Michigan Quarter hit the presses, and it was an instant hit. This was a state that was deeply connected to the growth of the nation in terms of industry, culture, and geography. Michigan's history is rich with significant events that helped shape the nation, such as the rise of the automotive industry, the impact of the Great Lakes on shipping and trade, and the state's position as a major player in the development of the United States as a whole. The 2004 Michigan State Quarter sought to encapsulate all of this, its industrial strength, natural beauty, and historic roots, through a stunning and meaningful design. The reverse side of the Michigan Quarter, which features the design created by artist Barbara Fox, depicts an iconic image of the Great Lakes. These lakes are not just a geographical feature, they are the lifeblood of Michigan, contributing to its economy and providing a resource for shipping, transportation, and recreation. The design includes a steamship gliding gracefully over Lake Michigan, representing the state's rich maritime heritage. The steamship serves as a symbol of Michigan's early economic history, especially with its importance in the shipping industry. In many ways, this image encapsulates the historical importance of water transport in the state's growth. Above the steamship, the word Michigan is clearly inscribed, identifying the state the coin represents. Beneath the steamship, the state's official nickname, the Great Lakes State, is proudly displayed. This highlights Michigan's unique geographical feature, the Great Lakes, which is a defining characteristic of the state. Additionally, the year 1837 is featured on the coin to commemorate Michigan's admission into the Union as the 26th state. This inclusion of the state's admission date reinforces Michigan's importance to the nation's development, both economically and politically. On the obverse of the coin, we see the well-known portrait of George Washington, which has been featured on U.S. quarters since 1932. Surrounding Washington's likeness are the words, "United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust," and $quarter, all of which are standard elements found on all U.S. quarters. In terms of production, the 2004 Michigan Quarter was minted in huge quantities at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Over 600 million of these quarters were produced for general circulation, which initially made collectors believe that this particular coin would not be valuable. However, as time has passed, certain Michigan quarters have become rare and valuable, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition or with unique minting errors. The value of a coin is largely determined by its condition, and this is where the Michigan Quarter becomes interesting. Coins that remain in perfect condition, unblemished by wear or damage, are far more valuable than coins that have been circulated and show signs of age. The highest grade Michigan quarters, graded at MS 68 or higher, are considered particularly valuable. These coins retain the sharp details and original mint luster that make them so desirable to collectors. A coin that has remained in mint condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or any wear from being in circulation, can command a premium price on the market. But it's not just pristine coins that can be worth a lot. Mint errors are also a significant factor in determining the value of a coin. These rare occurrences happen when a coin is struck incorrectly during the minting process, resulting in unique characteristics that collectors find highly appealing. Some of the more common mint errors that can increase the value of a Michigan quarter include off-center strikes, double strikes, and the presence of additional, unintentional designs or patterns on the coin. A Michigan quarter with a noticeable error might be worth far more than a standard version, making these coins highly sought after by collectors who specialize in rare and unusual specimens. Furthermore, the 2004 Michigan State Quarter has garnered significant interest from collectors because of its place in the history of the 50 State Quarters program. The program itself was incredibly popular, with millions of people around the country collecting these coins. Over time, the demand for well-preserved examples of the early state quarters has only increased, leading to higher prices on the secondary market. As a result, certain coins from the program have seen dramatic price increases, particularly those from the later years when fewer uncirculated coins were available. Among the most valuable Michigan quarters are those that have been graded in exceptional condition or have been identified with mint errors. High-grade examples, especially those graded at MS-68 and above, have been known to sell for impressive prices. The value can be further amplified if the coin has been certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, which assures buyers of the coin's authenticity and condition. In fact, some of the top-tier 2004 Michigan quarters have been sold at auction for as much as $49,000, a staggering price for a 25-cent coin. These high prices are a testament to the coin's rarity, its condition, and the increasing demand for coins from the 50 State Quarters program. It's important to note that while most 2004 Michigan quarters will only be worth their face value of 25 cents, the most valuable examples can command extraordinary sums. For collectors, finding a quarter in excellent condition or with a rare mint error can turn an ordinary coin into an exceptional investment. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who has just discovered the world of numismatics, the 2004 Michigan quarter is a coin that can offer both historical significance and impressive financial value. So, if you happen to come across a 2004 Michigan quarter in your collection or while searching through your spare change, don't dismiss it just yet. A quarter in excellent condition, or one with a minting error, could potentially be worth thousands of dollars, possibly even as much as $49,000 if it's a top-tier specimen. The 2004 Michigan State Quarter serves as a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can be transformed into a valuable treasure. The next time you hold a Michigan quarter, take a moment to consider its potential. It could be worth much more than you think.